Welcome back. I am Largo, and today we're checking out another death battle. Today it's going to be Phoenix versus Raven, Marvel versus DC, and these are two redonkulously powerful characters. Off the top of my head, I'm going to have to say, I don't know, man. The Firebird versus the Bird of Darkness. It's a hard one to say right now before getting into any of the facts. I might be leaning towards Jean Grey as the Phoenix to take this, but let's go ahead and see what the guys at Death Battle have to say. Let's hear their breakdowns, and hopefully Raven has some comparable feats to the Phoenix.
Jean Grey, the marvelous Phoenix of the X-Men.
Raven, the Azarathian demon witch of the Teen Titans.
If absolute power corrupts absolutely in our quest to contain the beast within,
oh, that's right. They both have an evil form too. They both have an evil Raven in a dark Phoenix. Okay.
I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In Greek mythology, the majestic phoenix bursts into flames upon its death, then rises from its own ashes. It's a symbol of nature, rebirth, the dawning and setting of the sun, the beginning and end of life.
A cycle poor Jean Grey was thrown into way too young when her best friend was struck by a car right in front of her.
Just like a phoenix, the trauma of Annie's death was the start of something new, her mutant power of telepathy. In Annie's fleeting moments, Jean bonded with her mind, and they experienced her death together.
By the way, Jean was 10.
Enter Professor Charles Xavier, who hoped to help Jean through her trauma.
And was also a telepath. He
not gonna lie,
Jean how to control her ex-Jean.
That's pretty redonkulous. Like attaching your mind to another individual's consciousness as they die. Essentially experiencing that same death yourself without actually dying.
Yeah, it is actually.
Metal.
Woo! Man, yeah, that must be like super intense to experience, especially as a child.
I hate to say it, but
Yeah, not to be contradictory, but it's very metal.
And she used her powers to find other troubled mutant kids around the country.
Thus, the first iteration of these marvelous mutant superheroes was born, the X-Men.
Cyclops, Iceman, Beast, Angel, and of course, Marvel Girl. We can workshop that name.
Jean's potential as a telepath was incredible, so far beyond Xavier's in fact that he installed psionic blocks in her mind to limit her full power. At least until she was mature enough to wield it safely.
She can read and control thoughts, communicate telepathically, rewrite and erase memories, manipulate each one of your senses, and project her mind into the astral plane.
Jean is also an expert telekinetic, capable of forming energy barriers, deconstructing giant machines, and even halting the blood flow to your brain.
Yeah, dude, even without the Phoenix Force, Jean Grey is so ridiculously powerful. Like, her abilities give her so many options. Between her telepathy and her telekinesis, I mean, she can basically mess with the physical world around you with telekinesis, and she can mess with your mind and your mindscape, you know, your very thought processes and how you even perceive the world around you can be changed. Like, she's super powerful.
Starting to feel like the guy with big hands who can climb good is a little out of place, but Jean's life would change forever. Again, on one fateful mission.
Trapped piloting a ship through a solar storm, the Marvel Girl came into contact with an incredible energy. It merged with her, greatly enhancing her power.
Where have I heard that before? Someone going out on a trip to space and being bombarded by cosmic radiation and receiving powers from it.
But there was a catch. This thing wasn't just a power boost. It was a giant space bird!
More like a cosmic being, which is the embodiment of the Big Bang, destined to consume all of existence at the end of time. This is the Phoenix Force.
Well, merging with the fire chicken didn't turn out so great, cause all it wanted to do was blow shit up. Hey, why don't I get a Phoenix Force? That sounds awesome.
The Phoenix Force desires destruction. Its fire will one day consume all of existence. That's its purpose. Unfortunately, this need for annihilation would prove too much for Jean, manipulating and corrupting her until a thoughtless moment where she obliterated an entire civilized planet. Billions of lives simply erased. This was the dawn of the Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, when Jean figured out what happened, she was not okay. No matter how hard she tried to kill the Phoenix's influence, it would always rise back up. Good, because it's a Phoenix.
And so, rather than allow this absolute power to consume her, Jean heroically sacrificed herself, ending the threat.
Yeah, what a beautifully tragic story about the corrupting influence of power on...
Yeah, except Jean Grey really never stays dead. I mean, aside from like Moira McTaggart, she might be the one person that has died the most, I think. I'm not sure, but I think now that I'm thinking about it, man, she might be like she might be the one character that just dies repeatedly now that I'm thinking about it.
The human spirit.
Not really. Turns out that wasn't actually Jean. The Phoenix was just kind of pretending to be her. She came back later. Oh, and she merged with the Phoenix again.
Well, that's stupid, but hey, absolute...
Dude, I think she's merged with the Phoenix multiple times. I know it's taken different hosts, but it always comes back to Jean.
Power may corrupt absolutely, but it also absolutely owns.
As the Phoenix, Jean can channel vast amounts of cosmic energy, absorb power from others, manipulate matter down to the subatomic level, and even scorch your soul with psionic flames.
Flames that take the shape of the Phoenix itself, grow to the size of a universe, and burn hotter than a supernova.
Could be useful
the Phoenix
against Raven.
can basically do anything. Stop time, open portals, see the future, raise the dead, and create pocket realities just for fun.
She can fly at massively faster than light speeds and wage mental battles across infinite distances in seconds.
El Pollo Loco even boosted Jean's natural mutant abilities to the max. She's physically strong enough to fight the Thing.
Homeboy just called the Phoenix Force El Pollo Loco. The crazy chicken. Okay.
And she's a stronger telepath than Moondragon was with the Mind Gem. You know, the Infinity Gauntlet bling that controls all minds in the universe.
And should Jean fall, the Phoenix can always resurrect her. So long as her soul remains intact, it will reform her body no matter how many times it's...
So long as her soul remains intact, the Phoenix Force can always restore her body. That's pretty powerful and kind of almost makes her immortal. That's interesting.
Destroyed.
Which is good, since she's died literally 15 times. As of this recording, at least.
See, I told you, she dies repeatedly, man.
She probably died again in 2024. But hey, when Jean's not around, the Phoenix has jumped into other people. Rachel Gray, Hope Summers,
that's hilarious.
It's got a thing for redheads.
16 times. I had no clue it was that many times. I thought it was closer to like maybe 7 to 10, but 16? Jean, girl. Man, you gotta stop dying. But I guess it doesn't matter since she can just be recreated via the Phoenix Force.
Oh, do you think it was a bad idea to have Jocelyn study it?
I demand a raise!
Nah, she's fine.
Well, even with plenty of hosts to choose from, the Phoenix would often end up back with Jean.
Like a clingy, codependent ex. While Jean might be stuck in a kind of love Ouroboros with Scott, Logan, Emma, basically everyone, her true bestie is the Phoenix.
Because according to the Phoenix Force, she is its perfect vessel. The Phoenix is powerful enough to stalemate Galactus and defeat the being Necrom, who was going to collapse the multiverse into a singularity. With Old Man Logan as its host, the Phoenix saved the entire Omniverse from destruction.
Yeah, basically the embodiment of the previous multiverse got mad and tried to flood reality with his evil juices. So, Old Man Phoenix held back a tsunami that would have erased all of Marvel Comics.
Let's move.
Old Man Phoenix looks pretty dope, man. I'm kind of loving it. And I'm kind of loving that he's just wearing robes, man. Just like, I don't care.
Move on. Even after multiple possessions, Jean was never quite free.
Reversed Scarlet Witch's No More Mutant spell. Wow. Caused Eternity to convulse with pain. Could kill the Beyonder in the White Hot Room. Okay, I wonder if that's specifically only in the White Hot Room or if she can do it outside of it, because that's a huge difference. Okay, wage mental battle across infinite dimensions. Stabilize reality-ending Macran Crystal. Defeated Professor X, Galactus, Necron, Sublime, and that adversary. I would say the most important feats on this list are the first three. No More Mutant spell. Reversing that is a huge deal. Causing Eternity to do anything, especially causing it pain, is a huge deal. And the ability to take out something like the Beyonder is... that's insane. So... all right, these are some pretty big feats.
Free from the influence of the Dark Phoenix and the threat of its ultimate destruction.
But Jean's like the nicest and most patient person ever, so she eventually sort of got through to the Phoenix Force.
And with their combined power emotionally stabilized, Jean reached her ultimate state of being, the White Phoenix of the Crown.
Sounds like a Dark Souls boss, and just as bullshit.
Not gonna lie, that is by far my favorite version of the Phoenix. I love the white and gold. It's so clean looking. Ooh, dude, it's kind of like Marvel's version of like a White Lantern, even though I know this came out well before White Lanterns were a thing, but gives kind of the same vibe.
White Phoenix is a perfect merging of Jean and the Phoenix Force, allowing her to control time and space and hold friggin' universes in her hands.
And giving her dominion over the White Hot Room, the highest plane of existence and the center of the Phoenix's power. Beyond the far shore of reality, it is a dimension the Phoenix has complete control.
Damn. With a lesser host, not even using Jean, they were able to dwarf the power of the Beyonder. Man, that's...
control over and even get stronger while in it.
But Phoenix could never get out of that let's kill everyone mindset, so Jean finally confronted it and dumped his ass. Yeah, she dumped a cosmic god of destruction. You go, girl.
Wow.
Time to take back the good old days of... wait, they're calling her Marvel Girl again? Roll it back.
But like a phoenix, the two will inevitably rise again and reunite, refreshed and renewed, with a passion that can melt stars and set our souls aflame.
All right, that was Jean Grey. That's a lot of really impressive feats and a lot of immense power being displayed. I know Raven is very powerful, but let's go ahead and check out what they have to say about her. Clearly, I don't know as much about Raven as I do about Phoenix. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say about her. Hopefully she has some impressive feats.
Once upon a midnight dreary, the demon Lord Trigon had a plan to escape his extra-dimensional prison.
By manipulating a poor young Gothamite named Angela Roth, he would spawn a half-demon child that would summon him to Earth.
See, this is one of the many reasons you don't live in Gotham. Thankfully, Angela was rescued and taken to a dimension called Azarath, filled with a bunch of smelly space hippies.
And there, she would have her doomed daughter, Raven.
The Azarathians were terrified of Raven. If she ever lost control of herself, even for a moment, she could release Trigon into the world and kickstart the apocalypse.
So they trained her to control her mind, forbidding her from feeling any emotions whatsoever, and thus suppress Trigon's influence. Which is smart, since even without Trigon, she's strong enough to accidentally destroy the universe.
I don't know, Wiz. Being told that if I get too mad or too happy I'd let loose the actual devil might just make me a tad bit stressed out of my goddamn mind. I call it the prequel trilogy School of Psychotherapy. And much like a Jedi, Raven learned some sick magical powers.
Raven is an empath and can sense the emotions of others even from across the universe. She can shape those emotions so precisely it acts as a form of mind control.
She can sense your presence, absorb and redirect your pain, steal your energy for herself, communicate telepathically, erase memories, or just turn your brain off and put you to sleep.
Her telepathy is so strong she could resist a mental attack from the Hive Queen, whose psionic abilities could overpower even Superman's mental defenses.
God, I could use that some nights. And he can resist mind control from dudes who can destroy the multiverse. Seems like she's got this emotion shit locked down. What's the problem?
Her very soul. While her body is ostensibly human, her soul is the locus for Trigon's corruption, and she can separate it from her own body in the form of her silhouette.
It's a bird! It's a plane! No, that's just a bird.
This soul self is non-corporeal and can be controlled from an interstellar distance away. She can use it to fly, teleport across dimensions, possess people, smash ponies like a battering ram, and even absorb things into a pocket dimension of infinite darkness.
For the nightmares.
It can also...
Okay, so we did hear that Phoenix has the ability to, like, incinerate and destroy souls. That might be an issue here.
Regenerate from complete disintegration.
Sort of like a soul healing factor.
What?
You know, they probably should have thought twice about making the person who could accidentally end the world such a badass.
Wait a minute. Raven can regenerate her soul? Oh man. That kind of changes the equation here. Okay, let's keep
Given
going.
Raven's fear of her dreaded destiny, it's fitting that her soul self should take the form of her namesake, a raven. Across multiple mythologies and cultures, the raven symbolizes prophecy, death, and ill omen.
Hey, if ravens mean bad news, what about gooses?
You wanna fight me, motherfuckers?
Bring it.
I'll nibble you.
Hey, what he said?
I'll nibble your eyes out.
Gonna nibble you.
See ya, suckers.
Okay, bye.
Oh, right. They symbolize assholes.
Geese are very aggressive.
Upon turning 18, Raven feared Trigon's growing presence and went to Earth to form a super team capable of combating him.
Screw you, Satan! It's the Teen Titans! These kids may seem like the Justice League Junior Edition, but with Raven as their white and black mage combo, they were out kicking butt and saving the world.
You can add Warrior too. On one of their adventures, Raven's physical body was enhanced to match Donna Troy,
Okay.
an Amazonian strong enough to withstand a blast from the Universe Buster Monarch.
Well, that's just bad game design.
Raven's vast arsenal of magic includes lightning.
Yeah, Donna Troy is essentially like a discount version of Wonder Woman, so it's pretty strong. Astral projection, empathy, manipulation, force fields, flight illusions, matter manipulation, physical and spiritual healing, precognition, sleep inducement, soul manipulation, telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation, time control.
Force fields, illusions, telekinesis, shape-shifting, matter manipulation, stopping and traveling through time, and most dangerously, her control over souls.
She can rip your soul out of your body and absorb it to get stronger. Even controlling a universe full of souls all at once is no big deal.
And should someone attempt to possess her, she can tether their soul to hers, absorbing them.
Like in a possible future timeline where she did just that to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. She got strong enough to destroy all of creation. She was called the Unkindness, which is actually the term for a group of ravens. Neat.
All of these powers made her an incredible asset for the Titans. No longer alone in Azarath, awaiting inevitable doom, Raven found a new home with new friends.
And a potential green-skinned love interest that DC is too cowardly to commit to. Come on, guys. We all ship it.
Alongside Raven, the Titan...
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of people do ship it. I mean, I am a little surprised that they haven't actually run with that thread, but okay.
Titans have defeated the Church of Blood, the alien conqueror Mongol, and the Brotherhood of Evil.
Okay, all right. Defeating Brother Blood is not that impressive, but taking out Mongol is pretty impressive.
However, the more Raven used her powers, the more Trigon's influence grew, unleashing a frightening transformation. Dark Raven.
You can throw empathy out the window. As Dark Raven, she's a force of pure destruction, a perfect vanguard for her pop's hellish army.
Like in the New 52 era, where she led Trigon's forces, conquering worlds for, quote, an eternity.
Even destroying her body won't do much. She'll just keep fighting as a messed up demon ghost.
But the Titans were not fair weather.
She can destroy her body and she'll continue fighting as like a demon ghost. Okay, all right. Here's some of her feats. Let's see. Resisted Trigon's influence. Soul self grew larger than a sun. Fought for 3 days straight on the astral plane. Matched Donna Troy. Soul self flew from Earth to Tamaran. Conquered numerous worlds of the 52 timeline. Ended every plane of existence as the Unkindness. Defeated Brother Blood, Mongol, Teen Titans, Neron, and Trigon. Okay, these are pretty good feats as well. Not quite as impressive as Phoenix, but pretty close.
Friends. With their love and support, Raven overcame her dark side and purified her soul to battle her all-powerful father.
We've been talking around him for a while, but Trigon is one of the biggest, baddest mother effers.
Yes, he is super crazy. I likened him to Dormammu, but I also would kind of he's also kind of like Mephisto as well, right? Again, Mephisto's like one of those cosmic entities that is super powerful on a grand scale, and within his own dimension, again, he's basically nigh undefeatable. Trigon is essentially the same thing. Super powerful though. There's no joke. Trigon can take on the strongest of heroes.
In DC Comics, literally evil personified, he's wiped out the Justice League with no effort, including our old pal, pre-Crisis Superman.
The same Superman who flew so fast he broke the bonds of infinity.
Pre-Crisis Superman is so overpowered, it's absolutely bonkers. Like, it's so bonkers, the stuff that he does, it doesn't even make sense.
Trigon's destroyed entire universes. Match the fifth dimensional imp, Mr. Mixie-Spitler.
Oh, man. That's a big one too. That's a big one too, man. If we're talking you're on par with a fifth dimensional creature.
And even killed Dr. Fate in an alternate dimension. The same Dr. Fate who flew across reality at the velocity of God.
Yeah, he's pretty strong, but so is Raven. You see, Raven was raised as a pacifist, afraid that if she let loose her father's powers would kill everyone she loved.
But in truth, Raven's power never belonged to her father in the first place. It was hers. And Trigon had no idea how strong his daughter really was.
With the Rings of Azar, Raven bonded with Azarath to overpower Trigon and destroy his soul. Even though her body got nuked in the process, she just kept superheroing without it. That's right, as a ghost!
But even without her father's direct influence, Raven's incredible power continued to prove impressive. Like the time she fought the Spectre, an unbound angel of wrath.
Oh. Alright, you're making it really difficult for me now, Death Battle. Damn it. Man, battling the Spectre is like, at this point, we're kind of like, at this point, it's kind of like when I said the Phoenix Force can battle Galactus and bring pain to eternity. Raven fighting the Spectre is kind of on par with that, dude. That's oh man, that's super strong. That's super strong.
Whose conflicts often threaten all of reality.
Long have the legends of old proclaimed the awesome might of the Goth GF, but I never knew they were true until this day, Wizard.
Okay. Portents of doom are nothing new for this shadow-clad sorceress. With her teammates at her side, there's no future this Titan can't overcome.
All right, so that was the breakdowns of Phoenix and Raven, and I've gotta say they are making it very, very difficult this time around. So this is what I'm picking up from the breakdown, okay? Raven and Jean as Raven and Phoenix are essentially evenly matched from what I can tell. All right, powers, abilities, all this kind of stuff. I mean, they kind of go tit for tat. It's really so close, as a matter of fact, that I think it comes down to not so much their feats. As a matter of fact, I think they're so close in power that I think their feats actually don't matter. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. They're the great feats of, oh, I battled the Spectre. Oh, I battled Galactus. It kind of doesn't matter at this point. I think they're so equal in power and ability that it actually comes down to unique abilities, right? A character has to have something that the other does not in order to take this W. And from everything that they've told us, it seems like both characters can have their physical bodies completely annihilated, and both of them can have their bodies reformed and recreated. Raven can even battle without a body. She doesn't even need a body to battle. I think the one determining factor here is both of them can regenerate their bodies, but only Raven can regenerate her soul. So if Raven can regenerate her body and her soul, that essentially makes her immortal and unkillable. So with the levels of power they have, they kind of equal each other out. And it simply comes down to who's more durable, honestly. And I kind of think it's Raven. Yeah, I kind of think it's Raven, guys. The ability to reconstitute your soul after it's been destroyed is something that I don't think Jean can do. I don't recall them mentioning any ability like that. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and find out. Let's see how the battle plays out and see who wins. If I had to put $1 on this fight at this point, I think I'm gonna have to go with Raven. At the beginning, I was gonna vote for Phoenix, but after learning about Raven's ability to reconstitute her soul after it being destroyed, I'm gonna have to go with Raven. Ooh, nice setup for the battle. Is this Azarath they're at?
Come to burn my home to ashes.
Did you guys hear that? Did you hear that little that little X-Men tune going on? Well played.
The demon inside you is too strong to be left alive.
They're still doing it.
This is for the good of the universe.
Oh wow, that's a Teen Titans. Dude, they're mixing the Teen Titans song with the old like X-Men 97 song. They're kind of merging the two themes together. That's kind of cool.
Azarath Metreon Zenthos! Darkness take you!
Okay, all right.
What's the matter? Afraid of the dark? You don't control my mind!
And that's the other thing. They also have 3 forms, right? They have a base form, a dark form, and then like a light, prime ultimate form. Okay. Oh. I'm telling you, man, these guys are so evenly matched. Okay. Dark Raven. So we should see Dark Phoenix soon. Alright. Dark Phoenix.
It's too late for you now!
Let's see who goes white mode first. That was pretty cool.
Let me cleanse you of your demons. Sear and scorch them all away.
Oh!
Burn! No, I'll take this pain from you.
Oh, is she tethering her mind? What's she doing?
Enough! I'm taking every...
Oh, that's it. That's it, boys. If you've ever learned anything about a superhero fight or an anime fight, you know that the person transforming into their final form first is probably the one that's gonna lose. Jean turned into her white form first.
Twisted you to somewhere white, hot, pure!
Although they're going to the White Hot Room, let's see how this plays out. All right, Raven's in her white form now.
Charles, everyone, give me strength! I am not the daughter of a demon. I am a daughter of Azarath. Azarath Metreon Zenthos!
Oh, snap, is that it? Did she get it? Ooh, cold-blooded.
I'm home.
Oh, she lost her body, though. Okay, she...
KO! You know, I think they could have just talked this one out.
This was a nail-biter, and perhaps that's surprising, since Raven's reputation hardly matches that of the almighty Phoenix.
I agree. Her reputation is nowhere close. That's why when we first started the video, I was like, yeah, I think Phoenix is going to win this, because Phoenix has a ton of really well-known feats. And Raven, not so much. She does have feats, but you have to look for them.
Probably because Raven's always holding back. When she does it, you don't have to dig too deep to see that these two are evenly matched in power.
The Phoenix Force was strong enough to hold back the destruction of all creation, but Raven had multiple showings of battling similarly powerful characters like Trigon and the Spectre.
Yeah, see, more showings of high-end power, more experience, lacks spiritual defense, and cannot destroy Raven's soul. Yeah, dude. Yeah, soul self would always... I think that's the key right there, like...
And both could compete with speeds exceeding infinity.
Sure, Jean got a power boost in the White Hot Room, but that didn't make her invincible. The Phoenix has been overpowered there before, like by this big green cat. So throw stats out the window. This fight came down to their abilities.
Both were immeasurably powerful telepaths.
Bro, he literally just said the same thing I just said. I'm like, dude, they're too close to compare almost. They're almost identical, so you kind of have to throw everything we just talked about, just throw it out the window, because it all kind of comes down to like whatever one unique thing that they have over each other.
Both could control matter and time, and both could absorb each other's energy. However, Raven's ability to survive and fight as just her soul meant that most of Jean's offensive arsenal could not end the fight.
The Phoenix Force could have attempted to possess Raven's soul, but Raven has tethered her essence to other similarly powerful beings and absorbed them in the past.
And while the Phoenix's fire has shown to burn souls, Raven's has regenerated from complete disintegration.
On the flip side, Jean actually had very little defense against Raven's soul manipulation. The Phoenix could regenerate Jean's body, but not her spirit.
When Rachel Gray's soul was shattered, the Phoenix was actually incapable of healing it on its own. And while the Phoenix Force itself will be reborn in the White Hot Room, this can take months, years, even centuries.
So it could be one hell of a war of attrition, but ultimately only Raven had the ability to finish this battle.
Okay, yeah.
Jean Grey was one of the strongest beings we've ever seen. But Raven's own awesome might, brilliant magic, and unique soul-destroying powers snuffed out her fire for good.
Will the Phoenix rise again, returning from that far, far shore? Quoth the Raven, nevermore.
The winner is Raven.
Death battle, Phoenix versus Raven, and little surprise. I am gonna say that I've never thought about crossing Raven and Phoenix and kind of putting them together in a theoretical battle, but very interesting, very well done. Not a lot of these death battles are this close. A lot of them are kind of one-sided, but this one was super, super close, and I'm gonna have to agree with it. They changed my mind with the information that they put forward, and I agree with it. Anyways, guys, I always love doing these death battles. I love the work that these guys put into it. I'm looking forward to doing more of these, and I hope you guys enjoy them. If you do, go ahead and leave a like. Consider hitting that subscribe button to help the channel out, but most importantly, leave a comment down below. What other death battles should I check out? And as always, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video. Take care of yourselves, and have a great day.